Okay, let's see. YouTube stream should be up too.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Reverse level order, that's what I like to call it.
Ooh, look at that!
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. We're so pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home. Come enjoy a natural wonderland to which we've added the world's finest resort facilities, a spectacular amusement park, and succulent seafood. All this and more await you on Isle Delfino. Come relax and let us refresh your body and spirit.
Mario? That shadow! Those were the juices. Super Mario Sunshine!
I don't know how to make this any better. So that people wouldn't ask all the time, what is reverse level order? When it literally says it there. We'll do level order. Yeah, how does that look like? People can't read. You're not wrong about that, not gonna lie, but I'm hopeful sometimes.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Okay, I think we're fine to go, right? right? It's sufficiently descriptive if people manage to read. Yeah. But like you said, people can't read. Is there any difference between GameCube version and Switch port? Switch is just faster in loading, but there's some input lag in it. Alright, let's go then. So today I'm gonna be doing a speedrun of a category that I created a couple years ago. I call this Reverse Level Order. Name is simple. I beat the game backwards. I start with Pianta, then I need to unlock Noki Bay, then I go to Sirena Beach, then I go to Pina Park, and so on and so on. I've got a couple rules though for this. Number 1 rule. I can unlock all the levels in any order I want, but I cannot enter level early. I have to enter it. I can only enter it after I've beaten the previous level. So in this case, I can't go to Noki Bay or Gelato Beach or Bianco Hills before I've beaten all of the levels before it. So in this case, Noki Bay unlocks after I've beaten Pianta Village. Sirena Beach unlocks after I beat Noki Bay, and so on and so on. So that's all that there is. Corona Mountain doesn't count as a level. It's more of a like a sub-area just before the final boss fight. It's not a level with lots of shines anyway. There's just blue coins. So let's get going then. Shall we? Thanks for the good lucks, y'all. I'm gonna have a timer in the background. Okay, hold up. If this... No, it doesn't work. No, it started. Okay, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go! Can't skip the intro, as always, but it's fine to me. Or is this button global hotkeys? I'm gonna take it off right now. What is my global hotkey anyway? Oh, F10. Okay. I'm gonna press F10 now. Okay. Let's see, is it... Okay, it doesn't reset. Good. So yeah. No intro skip is purer. It is. I made this category, I don't even know, 3 or 4 years ago. One day I was thinking, hold up, is this actually possible? And then I went and did the run and I'm like, oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's just a little wonky, but it works. You may wonder, how is it possible? Well, you'll be seeing it when I'm doing a run. I don't want to spoil too much. When I was making my schedule for this week, I was thinking, what do I should do on Thursday? Do I do randomizer? Do I do something Sunshine related? And was like, I'll do reverse level order and see how it goes. Is this the most backwards possible? Well, you can't enter Corona Mountain without beating all the Shadow Marios. So this is the most that you can do. And people can argue, is Pianta Village or Noki Bay the final level of the game? And I have a way to prove it to you that Pianta Village is actually the final level of the game. Just give me a second.
Proceeding with user instruction.
There is actually a good picture to show you that it indeed is like this. So here is a picture of shine counts in all the games. So Bianco, Rico, Gelato, Pina, Sirena, Noki, Pianta in order. So you can see Pianta Village is the last level. Then it's Noki Bay. For some people, Noki Bay is more of a last level than Pianta Village. But if we think logically, Pianta Village is last because Noki Bay not only it unlocks 20 shines, but you have to also unlock 20. You have to also unlock Pianta Village, Pina Park. You can't enter it otherwise. Then you can argue that yeah, Pianta Village you can enter it anytime. Well, casually, you can enter it after you collect Rocket Nozzle, but you cannot collect Rocket Nozzle without beating Shadow Mario to unlock Yoshi and Turbo Nuzzle. And then it requires 30 shines to unlock Rocket Nuzzle. So there's that like logical way to think that Pianta Village is the last level of this game. Since this is the hardest one as well. If you want further proof, internally in a game code, Pianta comes after Noki in a code as well. Well, there you go. There you go there. So Noki Bay is the second last level of the game, and Pianta Village is the final level. Simple. And hey, Zach, what's up?
Nice work, Mario.
So how do you remove a memory card on Dolphin?
Is it some sort of pump?
I am Flood. Glad to meet you.
Do we just disable? How do you disable it? Doesn't matter. I'll just hold down and press continue every time I do this. So yeah.
Court is now in session.
If I'm gonna be honest, chat, I was planning to make a video out of this, but I've already done a video that I did a full run, and 2, I don't think it's interesting enough to be a video, because my number 3 point is that the most interesting part of this run is just how do you get to Noki Bay from Pianta Village. Then how do you get to Serena Beach without Yoshi. That's all there is as an interesting parts of the video or this run then. That's why I was thinking, I don't think it's gonna work. I'll just not do it. Oh no, he's going to be locked up for 30 years through... What a criminal.
Horrible graffiti is to blame. Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on eyewitness.
I really would have liked to make this video, then I just realized that it's not gonna be interesting enough. Because when I'm thinking about this category, I'm like, yeah, how do you do Pianta to Noki and Noki to Sirena? Then Pina Park makes sense if you unlock all the levels beforehand, and so on and so on. Then after you've done those 3 first levels, well, in this case last 3 levels, in this order, then it's just run through Pina, beat Gelato, beat Rico, beat Bianco, and that's it. Like, it's not interesting enough from a start to finish.
Analysis verifies that the island's inhabitants are indeed troubled by pollution, but the pollution itself is not the main problem.
So I was like, nah, just don't bother.
Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite.
I have much better
Shine
ideas
sprites are the source
from
of
this
power
game
of
anyway.
Isle Delfino. They used to gather in great numbers at the Shine Gate, but the graffiti incident has polluted the island and most of the Shine sprites have fled. There is no longer any power to support the peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure the return of the Shine sprites is to keep the island from becoming any dirtier. The perpetrator is likely at work even as we speak. And you, Mario, are being treated as
How's
a
everyone
criminal.
doing today?
Tomorrow we must do our best to resolve this situation.
Map left to right, flip the image and play mirror mode, truly backwards gameplay. Yeah, the backwards controller as well. Make it very backwards. Alright, so we start with Pianta Village. That is just really easy to get to anyway. We did a good old classic Pianta early. A bit late answer, but chilling at work still. Looking forward to the Sunset release this weekend. Oh yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. I think I still need some... Do I need blue coins? I think I can skip them for now. I'll do them later if I have to. I'm pretty sure I don't need blue coins. But they're really fast to collect here if I need. Actually need them. No. Alright, first level. started. You're in a bed, your son is asleep in your chest. Very adorable. Nice. It is. Dude, Dolphin loads so fast. It's crazy. I think I'm capable of getting all the shines in Plaza and in Pianta, and that should be enough. 11 shines here, then I need 8 more shines in Plaza. Yeah, I don't think I need blue coins. Feels so weird to play Sunshine normally, because I've played mostly randomizers for the past month or so. Well, I did that 120 Shines run. See how well I'm still doing in 2026 in this game. I'm pretty sure this route wouldn't be possible if it weren't for Yoshi's Kippe in Pianta 5. Because you wouldn't get enough shines then. You need 20 shines to get to Nokipe. Plus unlock being now, of course, which we will be doing. Not gonna lie, just before I started the stream I was thinking, do I really have to do this? Do I really have to? But I was like, yeah, I definitely wanna see how I do. I remember this. Maybe it would have been better I do randomizers instead. Randomizers are just way too much better. Nice. I'm playing game, doing the casual run that only 2 people in the world know about. Me and you, chat. I don't think anybody has done run for this besides me. I must be the only one. How do I end up there? Okay, Pianta 5. Let's do it then. How would I do these days if I were to speedrun? Seriously? Probably well, but not well enough to keep up with Zoomers. I'm way too old for this. I'm washed. Look at that early cycle. Super early. Also, I'm dead. No, it was slightly off. I almost had it. They have Zoom in their name after all. Yeah, they do. Ugh. Sucks ass. If you bounce on its head, then they will just immediately start walking from those checkpoints. All the corners and the middle parts are like checkpoints where they stop for a while. Good, good. I'm gonna get it to 10 shines, then I think I will just unlock Pina. No. I should just stay here and get all the shines that I can. Then I will unlock Pina, so I have it out of the way, and after that I can go to Nokipe. What? Nice beam jump. Ow. Okay, too much to the right this time. Hello? That was interesting. No, they changed my angle too. Are you kidding me? Very good night, Bootleg. Thanks for watching the stream. Gonna game over here. That's much better. I'm thinking, do I wanna do hundreds at all? I'll leave it as that, and I'm gonna do 9 shines in Plaza if I can. Hundreds in Plaza is just so much faster anyway. That was kind of wrong. I forgot the strat here. I learned it just to be faster here too, and I forgot how it was done. Yeah, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Honestly, chat, what if we just put up Sunshine Randomizer? What do you feel like about this category compared to Sunshine Randomizer? Like, be real. Is this interesting enough that Randomizer isn't interesting enough as a comparison? Like, my problem with this category is that how lame it becomes after you've done Serena Peach, because there's nothing like to show like cool things, no glitches or anything to make sure it's possible. But at that point, when you've done Pianta, Noki, and Serena, then it's like just free walk through Pina, then to Gelato, Peach Skip, do Rico, and do Bianco, and nothing else. I'm kinda in mood for Sunshine Randomizer, if I'm being real. But I could show this off until Serena Peach, I guess. You're kidding me. I still got it. Okay, one more shine, then we can unlock all the levels and get all the shines in Plaza. That way we can go to Noki Pay. Alright, Pianta is done fully. Except for hundreds, but I will do that if we have to. I have access to Pianta 1, obviously, where I can do hundreds. Pianta 5 wouldn't work without Yoshi. At least I don't think it will work without Yoshi. So now what we do is we unlock Bianco, but we don't enter it. We also unlock the rest of the levels. while collecting shines.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Mario?
Okay, let's collect shines in Plaza. I'm gonna go collect some coins while I unlock Rico. Oops. That was kind of funny, bouncing off that clue. I don't even know what it's. I don't remember its name anymore. It was Stu something. They actually are Stus. We need a new Plaza state after unlocking Rico and Gelato. But I also collect these coins. From here I will go and collect some coins, then we'll go to Gelato and unlock that. They're called Kubul. Oh, they were Kubul. You had to look it up. Yeah, I just didn't remember what they were actually called. I'm not gonna do that speedrun strat. I don't remember how it's done. You can grab that shine at the same time when Gelato unlocks. But if you are slow, you will crash the game. Or rather soft lock, hard lock or something like that. But if you're fast enough, you'll be good. You'll be good. Oh yeah, you can't jump that way. big ass tongue. Alright, now all the levels are unlocked. We can actually go to any of them, but as you know, we've only done Pianta, so we can't do anything else but just get some coins, collect some shines. Has anyone claimed to stop the stream redeem? Once my mod Nuke did that once. And just told me have a day off, man. You need it. You deserve it. Okay, 6 more shines here. We don't even need hundreds from Pianta. All right. One day I trust myself and just straight up get that without looking. Okay, 2 more shines. I guess I can do the bell. The bell is fast. Oops, I saved. That's fine. Saving is annoying in this game. It is. Luckily these days there's autosave feature added. Okay, one more shine that is fast and it's not Pachinko. Well, Underbell I've already done. Well, okay, well, let's do this one. Get back here. we go. Alright, now we can go to Noki Bay. We've got 20 shines, and all the levels are unlocked. Besides Sirena Beach, but that's always open. Now it's just doing any person backwards, pretty much. This is why I think that I should switch to randomizer. It's becoming boring to me, chat. Should we, chat? Should we just abandon this run? What do you feel like watching? Do you wanna see randomizers? I will assure you, the randomizer is gonna be way more fun. For me and for you. It's not like I'm super bored, but right now it really is just... I just do any person backwards. Wrong way. There we go. That's up to me, to be honest. You just want my channel. Cool. Oh yeah, the Odyssey movie is coming out tomorrow. I really wanna go watch it already. Oh, with who though? Alone? Maybe alone. I was thinking about it. Maybe I don't have to watch it at the release. I can't go backwards. I was gonna show you how you get to Sirena Beach. Then I would have just killed this run and I will do randomizer. I would say, yeah, randomizer is just so much more fun to me, chat. I wanna do that. Randomizer is coded for this game. Need those new features though. They will be amazing. It will be amazing. Right now it's really good. Yeah, Zach, I know. I'm bored of this category. The only interesting stuff that is happening for this run, I've mostly likely done them already. Now it's just getting to Sirena Beach, which you can easily just show how it's done. Then the rest is just beat Pina, beat Gelato, beat Rico, beat Bianco. Alright, chat, I'll just show you how to get to how I would have gone to Sirena Beach after beating Noki. I don't have Yoshi, but there's a way called Sirena Whenevers. With a pineapple or banana, I think every fruit works. Most of the people uses banana. Bosses twice, which changed Mario's quarter frame. Don't even bother asking what is that, because I really don't know how to explain them. But when you do Sirena Whenevers like this... hold up. When you do Sirena Whenevers... like this, you're able to enter the loading zone anytime you want. But the pineapple is always there. You have to do that 7 times to do this in a wrong order. Then after you beat Serna Peach, then you, like I said, then you do Peanut Park, then you do Gelato, then you do Rico, and then you do Bianco. And there's nothing in those parts to like make it interesting or something. And I knew it instantly when I made it that I'm gonna play this this week. I knew that it's not gonna be an interesting video. So yeah, sorry if you were looking forward to this, but I'm bored. I'm bored. And when I'm bored, it's even less fun for me to stream. So I know what is gonna be more fun for me is to play randomizer. We'll play randomizer. That's more fun. That's where it's at. We still need a tracker for that, like a proper tracker. Let's do a chill randomizer, see what's gonna happen. Sorry everyone if you were looking forward to this, but I assure you it wasn't that interesting enough as I remembered. Okay, randomizer, which one? Which version was this? That's the one.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo! Have you done any new work, Asak, for randomizer? Your version? Out of curiosity, have you made any progress? I haven't even checked the Discord server. Let me see if there's anything discussed. No, I don't see anything. Yeah, so nothing new. We're like 70% done mapping, and you're getting there with the new solver. Ooh. Okay, let's do a randomizer then, shall we? You have to bring a beta to ESA at the end of a month. Cool. Sounds sick. Alright, let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go! No music. Oh boy. So how does Mario Sunshine randomizer work? We only start with jump and dive. Levels are randomized. Unlocking abilities requires me to collect a rainbow shine sprite. And when I get a rainbow shine sprite, it gives me either a Nuzzle, Yoshi, or any of the abilities. And there's 22 of them in a game. We can dive, but we can't roll out, which really stinks. And there's no Y-Cam. Y-Cam is also an ability. The worst level. Yeah, it's not that bad. Good. Alright, what do we unlock first? I want Turbo Nuzzle to start someday. Spray Nuzzle. Alright. So we start with Bianco. We can't do anything else really. We don't have crab either. I can't do a whole lot in here in Plaza. Okay, okay. Start with Bianco 8. Faster to select anyway. Am I able to get there? I don't think I am. No. Actually have to go here. Really? Back to back? Noki Pay? How about one more Noki Pay? Oh my god. I had in my mind that what if it is Pianissimo? And it was. That's kinda funny. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that wouldn't make it. We don't have wall jump. We're not able to get up to Gold Bird, which was my idea that I wanna go and get it. Not a rainbow. If it's not a rainbow, it won't give me anything other than just a shine count going up. We do need quite a few of those to unlock levels. Oh yeah, nice Trexie. Chad, have you heard about this new clip feature that Twitch has? It's annoying. It's honestly annoying. If I say clip and afterwards I say tat, then it makes a clip yours by itself. The AI auto captions things. No, it's about clipping. When a streamer says, well, I can try it myself. Chat, clip that! Then it definitely makes a clip there, and you can go and check it out. I'm pretty sure it did it itself. Someone hopefully can confirm it. Think you can disable that? I think I saw someone saying that you can't disable it. I will definitely disable that because I hate saying... the number one thing that ruins the clip right away is saying that phrase. You can literally just go and make the clip yourself instead of saying it out loud. Like, yeah, great moment happened, but it really ruins the clip for me. I'm here to complain. Yeah, I know. Even I have opinions. Can you please die? Oh, there is a way to disable it. Okay. I would like to do that. Your mind was blown when you learned this mission was reference to Stephen King's The Shining. What was that? I don't even know. I've not seen The Shining. Okay, it was garbage. Yeah, let me go to my settings quickly. I will go and disable that shit. Yeah, take off that shit. When enabled, the clips that are created using the clip that command will have captions added by default. Dude, like... straight up, fuck AI shit. Like, not everything needs to have that. The ending of the book mentions manta rays and the book took place in a hotel. Oh. Cool. Oh yeah, he wrote a book for... Of course, yeah, of course. I haven't seen a movie. I was thinking about the movie first, obviously. Alright, let's get a currented rainbow shine here. Hold up. This is always a rainbow because it's a bug. I don't even have to pretend it. Yeah, you hate the AI too. Most of the time it just doesn't work. My problem with AI is that it's just thrown everywhere, and I think it mostly is like a helpful tool for certain things that is just straight up boring for you, and like you can do it yourself, but AI helps. Nice, Rocket Nozzle. AI helps to speed up. That's it. But if it takes over your creativity, then it's like, yeah, fuck that. That's why artists are very, very, very anti-AI. Oh yeah, speaking of AI, there was a movie trailer that I saw on YouTube. I saw an article about it, and I'm like, holy damn, is this actually someone literally created an AI movie? I had to cheat the trailer. I watched the trailer, and guess what was the most fucked up about that? That made me laugh so much. There is a scene in that trailer showing a horse running away. Then it turns around. The horse's head turns around, and it looks really weirdly. I don't know why, but it does that. Then then what happens is there's a boat in that one scene. It has eyes too. In that boat, it has eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? What kind of prompts did you shoot to the freaking AI machine? Like, it's so bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just so you know, don't bother go watch it, because that's all the funniest part about that. The rest is fucking garbage. You got the start of the run. Nice Lego gaming. To be fair, horse anatomy is just weird. It's even not about the anatomy. It just straight up was so wrong. It was just straight up so wrong how it was made for that. My screen got smaller. What do you mean it got smaller? It definitely did not. You're Oh, you mean ad break probably happens. I think it's ad break, that's why. Oh yeah, we got dive. Hey, we got dive rollout. And the rest of the trailer, it showed, it was the trailer, the movie's name is, well, quote unquote, the movie's name is The Odyssey something. Literally mimicking Christopher Nolan's movie Odyssey. Just so you know, it's not the same at all. It was so weird. The Odyssey is something, I don't remember what it was, but it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. So in that trailer, it was showing like the main character. Who the hell it is, I don't even know. Obviously, it's no one. It's fucking AI. So it's there's a really weird slashing animation it does. Like it's just straight up shows it's AI. Man, I don't get it. Like, why people think that AI is the future? Also, I killed 2 Shadow Marios, by the way. An AI generated version of the Homer's The Odyssey. Yeah. It's becoming a normie discussion at this point, chat. AI is just here to stay, and it's unfortunate, but we can't really do much about it. But hope that it breaks the bubble one day. The bubble breaks one day. Today you read every Japanese gaming company already uses AI. Uh-oh. There goes all of our precious Nintendo games. And all the other games. See, here's my stand behind AI. I think it's fine if it doesn't take away the creativity of people. If you let AI to make your world and environment, then it's like, well, who made the world? Not you. You just ask the AI to make this with your prompts. Thankfully, Nintendo said they aren't using AI. Well, they aren't using AI. That's what they say. Hey, Rainbow. Let's go. Like I said, it's literally a normie discussion at this rate. I think it's fine if it's used for something like, well, let's say coding. There's a really some simple codings that you can do yourself, but you could let the AI help you, like speeding up. That's it. It doesn't write the code for you. It just speeds up the process that would be otherwise boring. I guess. Oh, I got a ground pound. Oh my god, I'm gonna go mode. I need to find Shadow Marios. What the hell, man? This is the fastest seed ever at this rate. You will use AI if you're making a free product, but I will pay people for work if I intend to make money for it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They just cannot admit it, because people only in the West won't get mad. Japanese actually don't mind. Well, Well, like I said, if it speeds up the process, I think it's fine. But when it takes away the creativity, that's when I'm getting annoyed. That's someone just uses that. Let me be really real with you, chat. I've used to have ChatGPT, where I asked it some ideas, and it finally clicked me this year that, holy shit, stop using that shit. Just please. Hello, Play3, what's up? So, I got some ideas from there. Then it finally clicked me that these are not mine. I have to make it myself. I want to create my own ideas, and I want to make them into a video, into my streams, from my own mind, not from some machine's random ass idea that doesn't make any goddamn sense. A lot of business will likely be ruined by AI. Varnasol, nice. But a lot of new ones will emerge as well. Well, what do you mean emerge when all you do is just write prompts and let the machine do the work for you? Predictive models can't be creative. Yeah. For your own creativity, you will never use it because you like using your brain for your hobby. Yeah. So yeah, I can say safely that I've used it. But I've not made all of my videos to be AI. No, fuck that. No. All the videos this year are like all by my ideas. I had all those ideas for like Taskmaster that I made. And all the ideas for thumbnails literally came from my brain. Now that's whatever I say is up to you to decide, do you want to believe me or not? Because these days, I'm gonna be real with you, it's so fucking hard to believe anybody. Did they use AI or not? I'm serious. It's genuinely so hard to imagine if someone actually did not use AI or not. They can say it, then in reality they might have used it a bit. But then again, people get mad about anything these days. Thinking is fun, but people see art as product. Yeah, the AI bubble will pop when the prices hike too much. It's already happening. Yeah, all the prices are already going high up. There is legit use for simple work, but people don't know what level of work that is. Yeah, like I said, I think AI is fine if you use it just well enough that it doesn't take over your work and your creativity. I can be real with you, chat. There were a couple thumbnails in my channel that had AI, but those weren't mine. I didn't make them. I feel bad talking about him because he is a friend of mine for many years. But the moment I saw that it was actually AI, and some of the people in comments and Twitter were saying, "Why are you using AI, you dipshit," or something. That's when I clicked that. Okay, it's time to stop. I'll do everything myself. I'm not gonna lie, I asked him to not use it in any way. If there's an issue, then I'll try to figure out thumbnail myself or something. I don't want to talk shit about him, honestly, at all, but it really annoys me to this day still that I asked nicely. Don't use it. If an employee uses AI for all their work, why even have them, right? Yeah, like, what's the point that their creativity is not used for the work at all? Man, it's just impossible to, like... well, the reason I didn't like... And obviously the reason is that why I didn't like is that it broke my trust. That's why I've... these days, for all the... I don't want to be here. For all of my videos on YouTube, I have 101% of control. I decide what goes on YouTube, I decide what thumbnail I make or want to have, and I decide literally everything for my videos now. And look at my videos now, chat, if you've been checking out my channel on YouTube. I think all of them are doing really, really well. Hey, Shadow Mario! We went from people complaining about the game playing itself for SMT choose assist mode to people being okay with never using their brain. I think it's a fair take. Yeah. Double jump. Cool. I've got 3 Shadow Marios, right? So I'm missing 4. Bianco. Pianta. Wait, did I get Pianta? I don't even remember anymore. I got not Chalado. It was Pina is done. Pina is done, Rico is done, and I just got Sirena Peach. So yeah, we're missing 4. We have Grampan and Rocket Nuzzle. All we need is just find Shadow Marios. You can look at an AI thumbnail and usually tell it's an AI, to be honest. Well, here's the thing, Trixie. I couldn't tell sometimes that it was an AI. But when I was told there is an AI in it, that is when my trust was broken, and I had to take full control of everything on my channel. I always appreciate help, but these days, Chad, if I'm being real, it's so hard to just... I just wanna make all my videos by myself, with my own hand, and if I want to ask someone to make a thumbnail, I will ask an artist. And I've been loving all of the thumbnails that have been created for me. You're currently working on a talk about doing game history, and you emphasize connecting with actual people out there. Alright. That's nice. Gotta go home from work, but you will pop in when you get home if you're still at it. Thanks, Asak. We'll see what's going on after this. Yeah, your thumbnails are cute. Thanks. Some of them are made by myself, but I do thank all the people who make the thumbnails for me. But yeah, the biggest thing that was that it broke my trust. It really broke my trust. And when I couldn't tell what's an AI or what not, or was there even the slightest work of AI at all, it's just got really annoying, to be honest. Just in contrast to AI, yeah. More and more YouTubers also use AI programs that scan gaming news and writes the script. Yeah, see, the script was also one thing where I had a ChatGPT to help me. Then I was like, okay, yeah, fuck this, man. I'm gonna ask my friend to see if there's any grammar mistakes in my scripts. Yeah, I did use ChatGPT for that slightly, but I made sure it didn't sound robotic. So I did go and change some stuff still around, so it wouldn't sound AI. And to this day, I still feel like I regret that I used ChatGPT. But I think I'm proud of myself deciding that, alright, stop. Fuck this AI shit, I'm doing everything myself. Because, do you want to watch my videos, or do you want to watch some robots video that doesn't make any sense? Writing your script with AI is so ass. So many people want to be writers. That too. Like, that's when I finally did. Well, it finally clicked to me. Like, it took a while, but it finally clicked to me. Yeah, sure it helps, but... Jesus, man. I used to be on AI side that it is helpful tool here and there, but... The more I think about it these days, and the more I see it everywhere, the more I hate it. I fucking hate AI. As someone who's used it, I fucking hate AI. Let it be clear. And I've had AI thumbnails, AI scripts in my channel. Well, not fully AI scripts, let's say. I wrote it myself, but I put it in an AI ass machine, so it pops out a script without grammar mistakes. That's it. Then I still go and tweak it a little bit, so it doesn't sound robotic. Even then, dude, fuck AI, man. Just that we don't need that bullshit to take over our creativity. What do you love about AI is you can ask for gaming hints and tell it not to spoil anything else in a game. See, stuff like that is like, it's fun. It sounds fine to me. It doesn't hurt anybody. It helps you to continue, and it's like it's nearly fine. It's like, I don't know, it's fine. But for some people it's like, no 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 no, no 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 no. I would say I'm nearly full anti-AI. I'm literally on all the artists' side that I don't want to have any of the AI take our work or so. Hi. AI is a block realism machine that's strong 90% of the time. That is right. You mean right or wrong? I don't know. It's a machine people use wrong. Way too much. See, I'm more in a gray area when it comes to AI. Like, very gray area. Also, did I just enter the same level again? I think I did. Like, have you seen those videos where Starbucks crew are talking and talking to each other? Like, can't let you do that, Starbucks. Who's the swine? You have seen those. I think that's kind of a level that is like acceptable, but at the same time, it's funny. It doesn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt anybody, but I think it's funny because Starbucks just has those iconic lines, and they actually made it, like, I guess, funny ways to use some of those lines. But then again, voice actors. Voices were used for that. See what I mean? It's... dude, like, it's impossible to see what's, like, right and what is wrong about AI. Arlo made a funny video with a Starbucks camera. Yeah, that's a good one. Which I've not seen, to be honest. Oh, it's so loud all of a sudden. Oh my god, really cold. AI scrapers, you mean like people who steal? Is that what you mean? Also, am I done with this level? I think I am done. Scraping, stealing web content. Okay. Yeah, that is rough. Man, I have all the abilities to beat the game. Now I just need to want Shadow Mario's. How many? Okay, 11 shines I can unlock Pina at least. Episode 3. Can't enter a casino. I haven't even really... In radio they were talking about like music, using some AI or something. I didn't really pick it up and understand much, because I didn't listen a whole lot. But apparently it's in music too. Of course it's literally everywhere. Let's move off from this topic, shall we? It's gonna make me more annoyed, not gonna lie. What do you think about GTA 6? You think it's gonna sell billions? Is it really the game of the all time? I don't think it is, but I'm in a minority when it comes to that, thinking of like that. And all the people in maturity who thinks it's the greatest game of all time, when it releases, are like, yep, you're wrong, buddy. I think it's just gonna be a video game, among others. Will I try it? I doubt that because I've never played a GTA game, so I'm not really interested. But I heard when they released, they published, what is it? Pre-release or pre-orders, that it sold a lot of copies already. Didn't catch how many, but it might have been a lot. I've only played a TS game. Is that a Liberty City or something? Liberty City or something? I've heard of it. Grand Theft Auto. Oh yeah, Chinatown. That's what it was. My bad.
Here we go.
Okay, episode 6 next. Oh yeah. Ocarina of Time for Switch. Ooh, Shadow Mario. Ocarina of Time for Switch. What do you think of that? I just hope that game it's well, it's gonna be good. I hope it's not gonna be like a scenario where what I had for Metroid Prime 4, that I'm gonna be so overhyped for it, then it turns out to be a big letdown. I hope that doesn't happen. That's why I haven't really like talked much about that game. So I don't know how is it gonna be. Like, is it gonna be good or not? Of course, I hope it's gonna be good. Even if it's almost the same, you're still gonna have fun with. Haven't fully played OO Teenagers. Ooh, Shadow Mario again! Let's go! We need 2 more! I hope this is not gonna be the fastest C, because I was talking about AI bullshit doing this. But it might be. I just need 2 more Shadow Marios. And that Noki Pay one can be anywhere. Freaking Noki Pay Shadow Mario. So Bianco, Rico is done. Pina, done. Sirena, done. Pianta, done. I haven't been to Gelato and Noki. Makes sense. I hope OOD remake is gonna be more of a reimagined. Well, I don't know, reimagined, but I hope it's gonna be like, yeah, remake, but oh yeah, oops, wrong episode. I think, well, see, if it's a fully same kind of a game like OOD and OOD 3D, and they don't like change stuff around, add some new stuff, then it feels like, yeah, just another remake to me. So it's just a... I don't know, I just want them to add something new to it. Something new and silly and fun. Well, not silly, but something great that... You know, let's take an example. Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero, I think, was a great game. But what I heard that game the most is the controls. And it wasn't a great streaming game, but that's besides the point. The point is the controls sucked ass. But I had a lot of fun with it. And it was a reimagined story of Star Fox 64. It wasn't 100% the same. They added some new stuff, they changed some stuff around, they introduced new planets, like there was Area 3 for example, or Sector Alpha, Sector Beta, Omega was there too. God, that one level was sick in Zero, by the way. The one where you zoom through that planet section area, then you have a boss at the end. Oh, that was so good. Okay, I'm gonna go get that because it might be a crab. I think the game was great, but I lowered it very hard in a tier list because of controls. Otherwise, it was a great game. Alright, we look cool. Let's go. Though, not gonna lie, OD remake for Switch, I'm excited to see boss fights and what Ganondorf looks like. Right now you're playing at Ten Shakta. It's not like if you mix Star Fox with Tony Hawk, there's a demo on Switch. It's the most original game you've played this year. That sounds fun. Okay, we're not doing this. We get to episode 2. Just wanna see, was that anything? Ah, yeah, it was this. God damn it. Oh, please, give me a double jump. Well, I guess we'll go here. I don't know. We have to find Shadow Marios. So it's just spamming loading zones. Nope. That leads to nothing. Today is a weird day, chat. I don't feel like playing like anything, almost. Well, I'm enjoying this, though. I'm enjoying this. I think the AI discussion made my brain go, yeah, this day sucks. It really doesn't. I'm just in a weird mood right now. Okay. I know what's gonna bring my mood up after this. Not only we're gonna watch a YouTube video from one of the people talking about a cheater, a world record holder's cheater. I wanna see what the hell did they fuck up this time. Hey, Shadow Mario! Who won in a SMO randomizer? Small Ant. Who else? I did so poorly because my knowledge is just very, very bad compared to Smant, Morph, and Tyron. Cheating analysis videos are always so interesting. Yeah, and how did they get away for so long? But yeah, that SMO randomizer, it was a ton of fun. Oh my god, I suck at the game when it comes to randomizer. My knowledge cap is there. But the Smant told me that just give it a couple more attempts and you'll be there. You'll be there. So I believe in Smant's words that just a couple more attempts and I'll be doing well. I wanna race him again. And Morph and Tyron as well. I don't know if CJ that interested in a randomizer. He said he's not doing SMO this year. No Odyssey this year. But I'm sure he would be interested, maybe somewhat, to play it. Maybe next year. Who knows? I know Ver has done some randomizers. Maybe he'll be joining next one. Mario got shades. Yeah, we won we won sunglasses from one of those rainbow shines. I think it was 6 that I just pressed, and now it's 5. I believe we're looking for last shot of Mario. Let me just spam some aura. Are you guys going to play hide and seek ever again? I don't know about that. Feel like everyone has got bored of it. That's my guess, though. I don't know. Nobody is just arranging those right now. Oh, Pachinko. You're in a completely wrong loading zone. Can hidden shines and or one of the coin shines be a rainbows too? Hundreds, no. Hiddens, yes. So doing hidden shine like red coins in the secrets, yes, those can be rainbow. I completely missed the 4 shines in Pina, but let's just spam this area. Maybe I will find that Shadow Mario, and I don't have to go to Sirena or Noki. Sirena will require me to have Crab or Yoshi. Crab and Yoshi, or just Crab is enough. Then Noki, I need Wycam to enter. Oh man, okay, Crab being required for these shines is kinda interesting. So Crab is somewhere. Six next. And hello, Machin X, what's up? I think I just did 5. I forgot. I'm pretty sure I did 5. That's a rainbow. You know, let's go for it. It might be a crab. We might need it. We won't know until we're there. Oh yeah, and Odyssey is a big game when it comes to randomizer. Like, holy damn. I could even find some of the levels in that game. I never found Luncheon or Wooded Kingdom when I did that. Those who don't know, I did a Odyssey randomizer with Morph, Smant, and Tyron. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That was dead last. What a surprise though. I forgot I have the rollout. Yoshi. Okay, that's a nice. That's a nice one. One piece of a puzzle unlocked. Now I just need Crab, and then I'm gonna unlock Sirena completely for myself. And that was 4. Next is 3. We've already checked that loading zone. This could be my vastest seed if I just find a Noki Pay Shadow Mario. And that freaking thing is hidden somewhere. Wall jump recurrent all of a sudden, huh? Nope, can't do that. What if it's the Poison Lilith stage? I can't get there without Crab. If I had Crab, I can just clip inside. Or use Yoshi and Crab. It could be. Though, to use a glitch to get there with a freeze timer... I have done it with save stage, but I don't know how to do it properly. It's been a trial and error for me every time when I've done that. That's never a rainbow, I swear. It's never a rainbow. Oh yeah. Have I seen that one yet? It's another rainbow. Ooh, rainbow. Let's go. Round spin. I know what I will try. Oh, I know what I will try. There to go. Alright, thanks for watching, Axo. Bye bye. Please be here. Please be here. Yeah! He's here! What the hell, man? I've had him once here before. So this is not the first time. Oh my god. It's gonna be 52 minutes or 53 minutes. Sunshine randomizer for me. Holy damn, chat. That's awesome. I said I wouldn't want this to be my new personal best, but what I can really do about it... Oh no. I had this discussion about AI as well in this video. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. Oh my god, please. Okay, it's gonna be 52 minutes, in fact. No! Go, 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 go. And bam! 52 minutes and 46 seconds. Super Mario Sunshine Randomizer. Let's go! New personal best. Holy damn. That came out of nowhere, I must say. I didn't expect sub 1 hour again, and it was much better. I should submit this to speedrun.com. It's not gonna get pass from moderators. We know that. We know that. Thanks for the chi-chis. Hey, that was great. That came out of nowhere, man.
Mario, was I assist?
Mario, look.
And then Flood died on his way back to his home planet. Yeah, rip Flood.
Junior, I've got
Within 3 years, 114, 112, that's not so.
Princess Peach.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Really, my mama?
What is it? There's 3 people in a 112 territory, right?
Bigger. I wanna fight that Mario again.
No, there's 5 people in a 112 territory. What the hell, man? So if you want to get the top 10, you have to get 113, mid 113. And if you want to get to top 5 in this game, you have to get 112. Holy hell, dude. I still got my 114.53 from...
The vacation starts now.
my 114 is still there. 29th place. 5 years later. What about my 120 shines run? Top 22. Oh yes, Twilight Princess. Oh. What is this shit? Get me off from this. There you go. Twilight Princess is 240-42. Jesus, man. By People the Beast. Good old People the Beast. My sub 3 hour from like freaking 4 or 5 years ago is 65th place. Maybe one day. Oh, DGH has a better time than I have. Oh man. Deech, you can't be better than me. Ofino, how do you have sub 3 too? Sick. I forgot you had sub 3. DAP is a cool game, but holy damn, it's a hard as hell game too. Sub 250 will be like a sick goal, not gonna lie, with all the news deck there is. It's just time consuming to do any of this stuff. Where's my All Dungeons personal best at? No, it's not even in a... Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. And what about 100%? Holy, 100% is crazy. My time is 25th place. What? No save and quit. 19th place. This was 12 years ago. 2013. What the hell, man? Sub 3 is already possible on no save and quit too. Dude. Also, P. Wildebeest casually just having all the world records. That's P. Wildebeest for you. Sick-ass game. Hello, Fulcorn, thanks. Second place, Swedish time to grind. Yeah. I got a crazy fast time, 52:46. Damn. You remember when 112 was deemed unlikely or whatever? I deemed it kinda unlikely, but I was wrong. Yeah, it's like I just got 52:46 somehow. It was kinda crazy. It really goes to show that there is no limit in speedrunners' ability to break even further. Like, I deemed 112 impossible because who is gonna be so consistent enough and lucky enough to even pull that off? Well, it seems like multiple people are consistent and lucky enough to. Freaking great time. Yeah, it's a great time. Let's see my page on speedrun.com. I'm actually curious about my page. So here's my page in speedrun.com chat. Ooh, look at this. Metro Prime 3 Corruption, I got 249.28. I'm pretty proud of this. Because, yeah, it's pretty... yeah, nobody runs this game. We can agree with that. But I'm pretty proud of this time for one reason. It uses early Lucia.
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of
Where is it?
We're so pleased to welcome
Something that I have to spend hundreds of hours. Hold up, what the hell is this shit?
natural wonderland, to which we've added the world's finest resort facilities.
Well, there's timestamps.
And succulent seafood. All this and more await you on
No,
Isle
fuck
Delfino.
that,
Come
man.
relax and let us
Stupid
refresh
fucking
your
AI
body
shit.
and spirit.
I keep forgetting that sometimes. AI has this... YouTube has this thing that it does like automatic placements for something like timestamps. It's dumb. Also, I close the chat. Hold up. We'll see. I don't know what I will do now for the rest of the stream. I might just play some Suika. Dude, I'm not interested of seeing these stupid ads. Anyway, so here's my run on 5th place in Metro Prime. It's pretty nice to pull that off. Finnish is such a funny language. Yeah, you wonder if any major time skips will ever come to Sunshine again. I think the only big like time safe we can think of is early Yoshi. Though early Yoshi, what does it help with? Well, you can go to episode 3 right away, or episode 2, or 1 in this case. Then you can skip the whole pinup arc if you have early Yoshi. Other than that, there's no more you can do with. Oh yeah, run echoes at one point too. This is some random ass meme category I did in Pin Runs event. Then here's Eclipse runs. Ooh, 5th place still. My only run for Paper Mario 2000 Year Door. Beat some Zelda runs because... Well, here's a Zelda runs chat that I tried I wanted to do... I had this project called All Zelda Run Speed Challenge, where I would speedrun all Zelda games that are released on Nintendo. All the official games. CDI, bullshit, we are not counting those. All the official games. So Four Swords, Zelda 2, Oracle of Seasons, Minish Cap, all that stuff. And I was thinking of doing it all back to back. I had that challenge in my mind. But I got so, like, fed up with that. I think I just got annoyed over, like, just pressure. It was just the pressure of pulling stuff off in this game or in these games or something. I don't know. So I didn't continue it. These days there's like much better strats for like Minish Cap, for example. What is this ad, dude? We don't need to see that.
Oh, look at that!
Worst ads in these websites are the most bullshit ever.
Welcome
need
to
those.
the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. We're so pleased to welcome you to
Let me
our
just do this
beautiful
instead.
home.
Okay, what else we have here?
To which we've added the world's finest resort facilities, a spectacular amusement park, and succulent seafood. All and
This is
more
why you
await
use
you
AdBlock.
on Isle
Well, I
Delfino.
have AdBlock on, but it doesn't block them. Like, what the hell, man? You see this? You see this? I have it. Or is it just not good enough?
That shadow.
You use uBlock Origin? Okay, that might be better. I'm using Chrome, which might be a mistake because Chrome has some AI bullshit in it as well. I should switch to something, but what do I switch to anymore? All the good browsers are gone. All the good browsers are just gone, I would say. Use Firefox, uBlock Origin. I think the one problem I had with uBlock Firefox was that it felt like it was taking more of my CPU or something. I don't know. Everything is almost Chromium, but not Firefox. I use Firefox and happy with it, but I haven't turned off all AI button. Okay, I should make a switch to Firefox then. Just gonna transfer all of my bookmarks to it, all of them, and connect back to everything, like Twitch, YouTube, etc. These runs are just way far back. How is Billy doing? Billy seems fine. What the hell, man? I met Chiron in ESA. He just came to talk with me, and I'm like, hold up. I'm like thinking, who are you? Then we talked there. It's kind of funny. I don't hold any world records anywhere anymore. Literally everything is taken. If I hold world records somewhere, that will be a surprising one to me. There's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. Anyway. What I wanna do is watch a YouTube video, chat. I have a YouTube video I wanna see. No more Sunshine today. Sunshine is done. There is this video called How I Proved Spyro's Greatest World Record Was Cheated. I wanna watch this. Firefox is the shimmering oasis in a sea of doo-doo for internet browsers. Okay, speaking of Firefox, now when there's this, is it Chromium that is an AI thing? Ah, Google's own. Okay, so like every browser besides Firefox is, well, everything is Chromium, but Firefox doesn't use that, right? Or how do I understand that? Anyway, here's the video. Let's watch it together.
WTF. I cannot believe it, dude. That might be the most insane Spyro 2 record I've ever seen. Huge GG.
A lot of internet browsers.
Genuinely
are
an
Chromium.
unfathomable time to me. 444 gulp is disgusting. Genuinely just a perfect run until Ripto. We need to mandate handcam for world records, bro. This has to be fraudulent. My god, that was beautiful. These were the reactions when a ridiculous new world record was recently posted for one of my favourite speedruns.
Opera, Brave, Chrome, Edge are all Chromium. Firefox has their code. Okay.
Spyro 2 any percent. On March 22nd, 2026, the player Drashed posted the following message onto the Discord server. I've been sat on this nearly all day, and normally I just post some splits and be done with it, but this one feels like it deserves more. In January, I set myself a target to get a 4-cycle gulp in a genuinely good any percent run, and today it finally happened. One day somebody will beat this. I expect it will take a while. Maybe something is found and it gets a little easier, but whoever you are, good luck and enjoy it. And then underneath a spoiled image, he revealed a truly ungodly time, 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
7 minutes, 12 seconds.
But whilst everybody celebrated publicly, there were concerns that started to spread privately behind the scenes. It wasn't long until I was contacted by a player called Spora, who revealed to me that he had serious skepticism about the validity of this run before asking me to help investigate. And it all comes down to one make or break moment in the run, the Gulp boss fight. In this video, I'll present my full investigation into Drashed and his suspicious world records. I will explain how I statistically analysed his Gulp fights, and how I was able to build an airtight case against him. That is, before he ultimately came out and admitted it under controversial circumstance. This video will contain all of my expert knowledge on the topic of catching cheaters, and I hope this will be a useful guide moving forward for any future scandals. Welcome to my anti-cheat Bible.
Anti-cheat Bible, huh? Gulp is a boss of Ripto.
But firstly, a message from this video sponsor, Displate. Displate provides beautiful metal posters that are premium, clean, and durable.
Let's see it then.
Unlike regular paper posters, they don't fade over time to remain nice and colourful for years to come. Not only is there a huge selection to choose from across games, anime, and TV shows,
Exhibition
but you can even get your own designs
let the
custom
man run
printed.
his ad.
And the best part is that they are trivial to install without any use manual.
Very cool.
First and foremost,
Sorry,
we need to
man.
talk about the topic of
Sorry,
suspicion.
we have to skip that.
When is it valid to be skeptical and to cast doubt on a run? Well, one of the most dead giveaways is when a player comes along and starts
Oh yeah, I'm still baffled over this. Did Verster actually break his records or not? I still don't to this day understand, did he actually or not?
making claims
Anyway,
that are
whatever.
clearly above their skill level without the credibility to back it up. But when it came to Drashed, that could not have been further from the case. After starting to play all the way back in 2017, Drashed had been running Spyro 2 for almost a decade. He had held world records in the past, he had demonstrated his skills in person at real-life events, and he was responsible for many contributions to advance the game's meta. And so when he posted his 712 run, there was absolutely no reason for anyone to cast doubt.
Oh my god.
No reason, unless you're a cynical old
Of
bastard
course.
like myself.
Yeah, of course.
Because as soon as I watched the run, there were 2 red flags that immediately stood out. The biggest red flag was most definitely the Gulp boss fight in the middle of the run. Looking at this graph, we can see that Drashed achieved a Gulp time of 1 minute and 19 seconds, which is over 10 seconds faster than the next best Gulp fights ever seen by other players. As I will explain later, this requires incredibly rare luck, the likes of which nobody had ever seen before. But then the second red flag was the level of proof provided by Drashed. Whilst he did provide a clean video and audio recording, the run was done completely offline and not on a live stream. He did not provide the recording of the full session.
This is the thing that baffles me sometimes. Like, people run offline their runs. I barely, like, when I speedrun, I don't wanna just sit alone in my room and speedrun on my own. I have to put on the stream if I wanna speedrun.
He did not provide a hand cam, a live reaction, or anything else to add credibility. Whilst none of this technically goes against the rules, it is the bare minimum proof that we would hope for in the modern day for such an incredible time. And it means that there were many cheating possibilities on the table that he could have used, especially for that gulp fight. However, although I felt that there was good reason to be suspicious, I knew that nobody would take me seriously until I collected more evidence. So this brings me to the start of my investigation.
What did you find?
At this point, it was time for me to start building a case against Drasht. But before I could possibly think about detecting the cheat, the first step was to theorize and reverse engineer the cheat. Probably the most famous cheating method when it comes to speedrunning is splicing, where you edit together different segments of a run within an editing software. While splicing can definitely be effective, it is a bit of an old and outdated method. In the past, it has been detected many times because it often leaves traces and inconsistencies. The new frontier of cheats is to make custom mods that are specifically tailored for the game in question, which has become easier than ever before with the advancement of decompilation and reverse engineering tools. In the case of Drasht, I totally ruled out splicing from the very beginning, and that was because of that insane 119 gulp fight. Given the level of luck required, I simply didn't believe that he could even get a legitimate 119 in the first place
It's
in
in
order
one
to
video,
splice on.
Manlice.
So now let's talk a bit about the gulp fight and how it works. As you can see on screen, the gulp fight takes place in a circular arena with a total of 25 drop locations. During the fight, vultures will circle around the arena, dropping weapons at randomized locations. Ideally, you are hoping for drops that are fast and that are close together. Looking at the Drasht gulp fight, we can see that he immediately gets 2 instant ideal drops at the very beginning, allowing him to get a very fast double hit for the first cycle. Then coming into the second cycle, he gets another 2 conveniently placed drops for a fast double rocket. But it's in the third cycle where things really get crazy. From this point on, an additional third vulture spawns in, increasing the amount of random permutations exponentially. Not to mention that at this point, the weapons inside the drops also become randomized. Barrels and bombs each have around a 40% chance, and rockets have a 20% chance. As Drasht circles around Gulp, he sees 3 instant ideal drops, again perfectly placed right next to each other. And they just so happen to contain the exact weapons he needs, not only for a double hit, but for a triple hit. Then in the final cycle, he repeats very similar luck again, with another 3 adjacent drops, all containing rockets, and perfectly lined up for another triple. By being able to get 2 triple hits, he is able to skip an entire cycle for the fastest 4-cycle gulp ever seen. After looking at this gulp fight, I needed to figure out exactly how it would have been faked. My theory was that Drasht had simply pre-planned all of the exact drops that he wanted, and then made a mod to hard code them. This means that if my theory was correct, his entire gulp fight was actually choreographed and pre-practiced in advance. And given that Drasht had a known history with modding, I knew that he had the capabilities to do this. So with this theory in mind, my next step was to recreate the exact same cheat for myself. By doing this, it will make it much easier to analyze and to think about ways to detect. And so only about a week after the Drasht world record, I was able to create my own cheated gulp fight, beating his by a few frames. As a bit of a subtle jab, I then started to spread the video of my fake gulp around the community. I wanted to give a hint to Drasht that I was onto him, and a hint to everyone else about my suspicions.
You just got the world's fastest gulp, faster than fucking Drasht. This is gonna be a Rickroll. I'm watching this gulp. Oh my god. No way with that, dude. What the fuck? That's crazy. Oh my god. Holy shit. Dude, okay, that's nuts. That I believe that to be the fastest gulp. That just visibly looked fast. Those were 2 insane triples, dude. The RNG on that's nuts. How the fuck?
You just got the world's fastest gulp, by the way? What's faster than a 4-cycle? I thought Drasht already did that. Oh, he wasn't fucking joking. What the fuck? My dude has a hand cam and everything. No way. This RNG's crazy. This RNG almost looks fake. I feel like I'm getting got. Does the hand cam even line up? No, it definitely lines up from what I see. Yeah, that's just fuck. That's a crazy fucking triple, man. Holy shit. Yeah, that's definitely slightly faster than Drash's run.
As you can see, some people got the hint, and for others it went right over their heads. But either way, I still couldn't really prove anything yet. So this brings me to my statistical analysis.
Okay. Let's hear it.
When investigating a cheated run, the evidence can generally be classified into two categories. There is forensic evidence and statistical evidence. One example of forensic evidence is audio spectrogram analysis, which is used to detect splices. Or another example is when something impossible happens in the game, which can only be explained by the use of a mod. On the other hand, I knew that I would be relying on statistical evidence for my case against Drashed. Statistical evidence comes into play when dealing with random variables that have been modified to improve the player's luck, such as the famous Dream scandal in Minecraft, in which Dream had been modifying the drop rates for ender pearls and blaze rods. Now, even though statistical evidence is technically not 100% definitive, it has still proven to be very strong evidence in many cases. However, when it comes to the Gulp fight, there is no exact formula to calculate the odds. So for my next step, I had to invent my own method to analyze the fight and to calculate the stats. The first thing I did was to identify all of Drasht's exact drop locations and to recreate his fight to compare against. After this, I then created a Lua script for the emulator, which allowed me to run thousands of simulations of every possible permutation. Looking at cycles 1 and 2, when there are 2 vultures, we have a total of 600 permutations per cycle. Then in cycles 3 and 4, with an additional vulture,
damn, that's a lot.
we have 13,800 permutations per cycle.
That takes a while.
Meaning that as a whole, we have 28,800 permutations to simulate. The only problem was that each simulation took about 10 seconds to run, which means that I would have to wait for almost 80 hours. But by disabling the game's rendering, I was able to get the simulations down to about 1 per second. So fortunately, it only took about 8 hours to run after leaving on my computer overnight. Once this was done, I then plotted all of the data onto a website using the speed and distance metrics. Drops in the top right corner are the worst because they are both slow and far apart, whereas drops in the bottom left corner are the best because they are both fast and close together. Looking at the first cycle alone, we can immediately see just how incredible the drop was right in the bottom left corner. By using this data and further manual testing in-game, I could not find any better drops for the first cycle. But in order to be lenient, I generously expanded the range further to include some extra drops that were clearly worse. By doing this, I was able to calculate a very generous probability of 1 in 46 for the first cycle. The second cycle is definitely the most lenient because it is the rocket phase, which are the easiest weapons to work with. Therefore, I wanted to err strongly on the side of caution, and I gave an extremely generous estimate of 1 in 3. However, now it's time to look at the third cycle. We can see that his drop here is an insane outlier, with only a few dozen others even remotely comparable. Even looking at the few drops that are better on paper, many of them are actually much harder in practice to hit the triple. In any case, I generously included all of these plus extras,
Hey, Master Mario.
coming out to a calculation of 1 in 148.
I did finish the...
But at this point in the fight,
I did
we
finish
also have
randomizer
to
already.
account for the randomized weapons.
Got
At a
52.
theoretical maximum, only about 38% of weapon drops can even be a valid triple. So the chances drop even lower, to 1 in 384. And then finally, looking at the fourth cycle, I came to a very generous estimate of 1 in 32, which brings our total calculation to 1 in 1.7 million, or 1 in 12 million with a more realistic estimate, which is probably still generous.
Okay. Halfway done with the video.
After completing my analysis, I now had the data to back up my suspicions, and so I began to privately message the top level players and moderators. At first, everyone was shocked at the idea of Drash cheating, but after walking through my website, all of the data, and other circumstantial evidence, nobody could disagree with my calculations. One by one, everyone that I spoke to privately eventually became convinced and started to come to my side. So as I garnered more support, I prepared to release all of my findings to the public. The only question was what the moderators would do and whether Drashed would admit to it. But then suddenly, I was thrown another curveball.
Okay.
On the 19th of June 2026, Drashed released a bizarre video onto his YouTube channel, Authenticity in Speedrunning. Apparently, this had all been a trick, and we had been trolled.
This has all been a trick. You have been trolled.
In the video, Drashed admits that his 712 run was indeed fake. But according to him, he had only done it to prove a point about the proof standards and how easy it is to get away with cheats.
I want to share my concerns about the possible trajectory speedrunning is on. About a month ago, I submitted a Spyro 2 any% speedrun in 7 minutes and 12 seconds. That run was fake, and it was accepted without hesitation. It validated my worst fear. Nobody openly questioned it, and the few quiet suspicions that did exist never turned into direct accusations.
For some reason, Drashed never actually reveals the methods that he used to cheat the run. But when he was asked privately, he did confirm that I was correct about the hard-coded gulp drops. However, as you might imagine, the response to this video was not very positive.
He actually admitted to it? Dude, really? Oh man, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt too.
Opportunities we can't see, can't measure, and can't verify.
But it was verified! It was verified so quickly! Retro was on his ass frame 1! Retro was on his ass and fucking mimicked the whole thing immediately! The point is, it's impossible to prove. But it was! How and when did we find out originally? So technically, it wasn't hard concrete proof, but Retro did like a very thorough analysis of the gulp that he got in the run and was 99.99% convinced that it was fake. And so were a bunch of other top-level Spyro 2 runners who saw the evidence. And yeah, he put out the video after, like, Retro scrutinized his gulp and was like, that's bullshit. And it's all because the placements for the gulp drops were scripted, so you can practice it and get used to it.
You see, there were a few glaring issues with this bizarre video by Drashed. Because despite all of his complaints about proof standards, he never provided any proof of his intentions to reveal the run was fake. Not to mention the shoddy AI thumbnail, which gave the impression of a rushed-together hack job. So was it possible that this whole thing was just a damage control strategy? In a Pastebin document shown on screen, Drashed responded to these allegations and he denied them. But he also admits to knowing that I was onto him ever since my fake gulp video. So since he has no way of proving this, it's very difficult to trust him.
There were so many ways that he could have proved this point without actually submitting a run, letting it sit, and letting the entire community congratulate him for weeks on end. That's just straight up lying. And to reiterate, I agree with everything he's saying. I would 100% vote for any community poll that increased strictness on vanilla console requirements, first-party controllers, hand cams, button checks. I'm a turbo nerd for speedrunning. I love this hobby, so I'm happy to do that because I care about the legitimacy of it. Maybe, and this might be upsetting to hear, but maybe we've already struck a balance of strictness and accessibility so that way the most people possible can enjoy the hobby. And not to get too sappy or anything, but I looked up to Drash. This guy was a peer in this hobby for me for many years. You know, I thought when I saw his new record that, damn, maybe if I practiced Spyro 2 enough, maybe I could get a time like that. But no.
Needless to say, this whole situation was a complete mess. But as it turns out, there was still more left to uncover.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He cheated this run to prove the point that there's a problem in speedrun moderators accepting the run as a legitimate without looking too much to it. Seems like damage control. Dude, like, I don't know. What the fuck went through that person's mind? To create a fake run and just let it sit as a world record for so long. Was it a month old record? I don't even know how when they got that, but man, like, this pisses me off. Such a silly hobby, man.
With Drash now banned from speedrun.com and his fake world record removed from the leaderboards, you might think that the story would end here.
It doesn't.
But for somebody like Drashed, with a decade's worth of historical world records, there was one more question left to answer. Did he really only cheat the one run, or did the deception go even further back?
Oh, he did more.
Well, the first phase of his
definitely did
career
more.
was from 2017 to 2021. During this time, Drashed held 3 out of the 4 world records at his peak. All of these runs were done on livestream with live reactions, and even looking back now, nothing really seems suspicious. So I think it's safe to say that everything in this period was legit. But then from 2021 to 2025, Drashed completely stopped speedrunning and he turned his attention to the technical side. During this time frame, Drashed released a collection of GameShark cheat codes that were useful for speedrunners to practice. He also released a tool-assisted run, which included a very impressive gulp fight. So clearly, this is when he learned all of the knowledge that he would later use to cheat. And then finally, in October 2025, Drashed returned to speedrunning after a 4-year break. And it only took him about 2 months to get 3 out of the 4 world records yet again, mostly in offline runs. Not to mention that he also got a world record gulp time of 1:27 right after he came back. But unfortunately, this is where the world record history will have to be rewritten, because there are many suspicious things about these runs, including the gulp fights. As I mentioned earlier in the video, there are 3 types of weapon drops in the gulp fight. Rockets are considered the best drop, whereas bombs are most definitely the worst drop. And it just so happens that in all of these world records, Drashed got a total of 0 bombs in every gulp fight. This is a completely unheard of level of luck, especially because he got them so quickly, but there was also another red flag. Near the end of a Spyro 2 speedrun, you will attain the Fireball power-up, which is used to beat the final boss. However, this power-up will stay with you after starting a new game. So speedrunners have to hard reset the console in order to get rid of it for a new run. But during this time frame, Drashed was doing a strange alternative method that he never used to do before. Instead, opting to load a save file to clear the Fireball, which is much less convenient. Looking back in hindsight, this was very suspicious, because it seems like he was trying to avoid resetting the console at any cost, which would make perfect sense if he was loading GameShark cheat codes to avoid having to reapply them. And on top of all this, he also experienced a strange rocket glitch in the gulp fight, which nobody else has ever seen or replicated.
What? Why is Spyro not eating things?
Me and my friend Matt13 created a full document with all of the evidence about these runs. So if you want the full details, the link will be in the description. But as far as I'm concerned, none of these runs can be considered legit.
Oh, there's more.
After me and Matt13 released our document, it was clear that most likely, Drashed had actually been cheating for much longer than he admitted. But after this, he did not attempt to respond or to defend himself any further. Instead, he simply packed up his bags and saw himself out. Within only a few hours after we released the document, Drashed removed his video and every other video on his entire channel. And so with 10 years of history now wiped away, the saga was finally brought to its close. On the one hand, many people celebrated as another cheater was taken down. But on the other hand, many others mourned the loss of one of the most influential players in the game's history. Someone who was responsible for half of the innovations in the past decade, and possibly the single most knowledgeable player. In fact, many people started to debate what should happen if he ever wants to come back. But at the end of the day, nobody quite understands why Drashed decided to do this, or what was going through his head. Why would somebody pour thousands of hours into a passion, building up a reputation and making a legacy, just to throw it all away in a matter of seconds as part of some harebrained scheme? Some people believe that he was just insecure, being unable to keep up against the best player, Blombos, who now holds 3 out of the 4 world records and is currently going for the full sweep. So definitely go and check him out if you want some real, authentic Spyro gameplay. Other people believe that Drashed felt addicted to the game, so perhaps he just wanted a way to quit whilst going out with a bang. Or what I like to believe is that he just wanted to be featured in a Retro Master video. And in that case, I can't blame him. Whatever the case may be, there's always going to be more cheaters. And that is why we need sleuths out there to remain skeptical and to apply the lessons of the Anti-Cheat Bible. I hope this case study will help other communities and moderators in the future whenever they have the next scandal. But until then, this is your boy Retro, signing out.
Good video, hey.
Guys, if you made it to the end of the video, then thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section or by joining my Discord server. If you want to support these videos and investigations, which take a ton of time and effort, then please like, subscribe, and check out the Patreon. Thanks.
That's the issue with good runners. They know the game enough to cheat cleverly. Yep. Minutes was all he could spare to cheat you. Ay. Something I've noticed with speedrun cheating scandals is 9 out of 10 times the people who cheat for records have the skill to attain them legitimately, but use their knowledge of the game's mechanics, rules, and verification process, or lack of thereof, to shortcut the record. Yeah, they cheat to get their time faster. Holy fuck, man. Think about like you spent 10 years or whatsoever creating those records. Then you just throw it away with some random mash bullshit that you decide to do. Like, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? That's some fucked up shit, I'll tell you. That is some fucked up. I don't get it, man. Why do you... Oh my god, dude. Okay, I saw something... Oops, sorry. I saw something on my Discord server. I was pinged for it too. For the former Mario Kart Wii Pro. Announcing Mario Kart Wii compiled. The first static... recompilation of Wii game. Okay, first of all, are you legit? Okay. So here is something that I wanna check out too as well. So this is from Patchy. Don't know who they are, but they seem to be legit. Announcing Mario Kart Wii compiled, the first static recompilation of a Wii game, Mario Kart Wii rebuilt for PC, releasing in beta this August with online play and optional retro rewind support, bringing over 200 tracks. Woo! 200! Holy music, dude. We don't need that right now. There's some Mario Kart World tracks all of a sudden. Are those world tracks? Yeah, that's a new character. Can't wait for Wonky Bike Wii. Yeah, on PC. Doesn't even look like it's running on PC. It just shows on my mouse there, but still. Is it really on PC? We must be on. Exciting. Okay, what else is there we can watch, chat? Watching. I'm just chasing that idol in all places right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, is there anything else we can check out? Nah, I can't find anything, chat. Let's see. I can't find anything, chat. I think I'll be done because I just don't want to stream longer. If oh, actually, let's check out this Super Mario 64 Star 1 Billion
After
Star.
14 long years, the largest speedrunning community project of all time is finally complete. It's the crown jewel of tool-assisted speedruns, Super Mario 64 120 Star. The amount of work, creativity, cooperation, and computing power that went into creating this absolute masterpiece is unfathomable.
You have to get going.
When
but
watching
congrats
this
on a new
video,
personal best.
one
Thanks,
simple
Trixie,
question
and
springs
thanks
to
for
mind.
watching the stream.
What the
Mamma mia!
is happening?
Hope I'll see you later.
What the When watching this speedrun, one simple question springs to mind. What the
Mamma mia!
is happening?
Bismuth, your videos are great. Let's watch one. I'll link this to you. Here is the video link. Let's watch this. It's explaining this game a little bit. Or the task that we watched a couple days ago. This is part 1. There's gonna be more of these for sure.
The format will be rather simple. We're gonna go through the entire run from start to finish, star by star, and take time to explain everything along the way. For the sake of everyone's sanity, this will be split over 8 parts. Naturally, information is gonna be front-loaded, and since this task starts off pretty wild right off the bat, this first part will only cover the first star. Don't worry though, the pace will pick up as we get further into the run. First, the basics. What is a tool-assisted speedrun? I know a lot of you already know this, so I'm gonna go over it very quickly. A tool-assisted speedrun is a set sequence of controller inputs that completes a task in a video game while optimizing for time. There's no hacking or modifying the game in any way. In fact, if you play it back on a real console with an official copy of the game, this sequence will beat the game in that exact manner, as demonstrated here by Archons. But how does one create a task like this? Well, that's where the tool part comes along. By running the game in an emulator, you can pause, rewind using save states, play the game frame by frame, enter any combination of buttons and joystick position, and most importantly, try and try again until it's perfect. The Super Mario 64 task community has developed countless scripts and programs to refine that process into a science. An input Lewis script by MK Dasher that can automatically aim the joystick towards an absolute angle even as the camera angle changes. Stroop by Daneboo and Panenkoek 2012, a comprehensive program that, among other things, provides an unbelievable amount of information on the exact state of the game at any given time. Waffle by Badboot, a game state simulator built upon a full decompilation of the game's code that lets you move the game forwards or backwards in time at will. Scattershot by Crytholith, a brute forcer based on the accumulation of billions of tiny random changes to optimize short sections of gameplay and eke frames out of seemingly perfect solutions. And many, many other scripts, tools, viewers, and so on. Let me be very clear on one thing. This is not a computer playing the game perfectly. It's the playback of a button sequence painstakingly put together by dozens of humans over 14 years with the help of computers. The amount of hours put into this project is literally uncountable. It is by a huge margin the biggest speedrunning community project of all time. Alright, now that that's cleared up, let's begin our breakdown of the Super Mario 64 120 Star task. We're now 7 seconds in and we have 10 things to talk about. Those of you familiar with the any % task will recognize this part. Let's start with a simple thing. Mario slides down this slope to gain a lot more speed than he's able to have normally. Alright, I lied. It's not simple. Because to understand why that is, and to understand a whole lot about what's coming up next, we need to take a crash course on Mario's different speed caps. Mario has 4 major speed caps, of which there are 2 types, soft caps and hard caps. A soft cap increases Mario's drag such that it's much harder but not necessarily impossible to accelerate beyond it. A hard cap sets a direct limit on Mario's speed. It can either be applied once at the start of the action or continuously as long as Mario is in that state. For example, Mario's running, jumping, and diving actions have soft caps of 32 and his long jump soft cap is 48. This means Mario has a much harder time accelerating beyond that speed. Also, his dive and long jump have an instantaneous hard cap of 48, which means that the instant that Mario starts one of these actions with a higher speed, his speed value will be set to 48. Generally, Mario can still accelerate a little bit past this cap during the action itself though. Finally, his run and slide actions have a continuous hard cap of 48 and 100 respectively, so if Mario is in those actions, he will never be allowed to go beyond those speeds. Similarly, beyond -16 speed, Mario's drag is drastically increased, and if Mario is found to be running backwards, his speed will slowly go back to 0. There's a peculiar detail though. Notice how most of Mario's air actions have no hard cap at all. So although the game will try to steer his speed back to 32, Mario can move around as fast as he wants while he's in the air. Let's make these numbers make sense. 1 unit of speed is 1 unit of distance per frame. A frame is one of the many still images that make up the illusion of motion. The console typically renders 30 of those images per second, so the length of time between each frame is 1/30th of a second. Mario is a perfect cylinder, 74 units across and 160 units tall. A good rule of thumb is that assuming Mario is roughly human-sized, 1 unit is about 1 centimeter, or if you prefer simple and convenient units, 6.3/16 of an inch. Most levels are 16,384 units on each side. So since the game runs at 30 frames per second, crossing an entire level diagonally would take Mario 24 seconds while running, 16 seconds while long jumping, and less than 8 while sliding. Another crucial speed technique is speed conservation. When Mario starts running, his speed is instantly hard capped at 48 no matter how fast he was going beforehand. Then it's soft capped to 32, which means he loses 1 unit of speed every frame until he goes back down to 32. To avoid that, TASers use speed conservation techniques, one of which is the speed kick. When you press B while A is already held, Mario can do a kick. If you do this while moving at over 29 speed though, Mario will dive instead, which, like we just saw, hard caps his speed at 48. However, if you pull back on the control stick so that it's close to neutral, Mario will kick regardless of his current speed. This is what the TAS does here. Mario comes in at 90 speed from the slide, then kicks with the stick close to neutral, which conserves his forwards momentum and carries him to the edge of the water where he sets up the next trick, quick turning. Mario's normally able to turn by 1/32 of a turn every frame, so it takes him a bit over a quarter of a second to turn 90 degrees, a bit over half a second to turn around, and a bit over 1 second to do a full rotation. This is very slow. We can do better. If Mario comes to a complete stop after walking, he's then able to turn instantly towards any angle. It's not as simple as it seems though. He needs to stop after walking, not after landing. Although you can stop near instantly by landing with the stick neutral, it won't let Mario turn around instantly unless he waits a really long time. So when you want to turn by any significant amount, rather than to let Mario turn slowly, it's usually faster to do this. Land and stop with a neutral stick, then walk the tiniest amount possible for 1 frame, decelerate to come to a complete stop again, and then move in the desired direction. This is how he turns to face to the right and begin the next trick, the iconic backwards long jump. The backwards long jump, or BLJ for short, is one of the most infamous speedrunning techniques to ever exist. Here's how it works. When Mario long jumps, his speed is multiplied by 1.5 with, again, a cap at 48. If his current speed is negative, it still gets multiplied by 1.5, but this time there's no hard cap. There's only a soft cap at -16, so if he does go beyond -16, his drag is increased significantly. Unlike when moving forwards, Mario isn't able to accelerate fast enough backwards to overcome this increased deceleration, so when that happens, he quickly goes back to -16 speed. However, if Mario is able to land from his jump instantly, he can long jump again, multiplying his speed by 1.5 again, and again, and again. Every time Mario long jumps, his speed grows exponentially by a factor of 1.5. This very quickly spirals way out of control. Remember how great 90 speed was a second ago? Well, here Mario gathers -6,000. That's exponential growth. He'd now be able to cross an entire level diagonally in 1/8 of a second. To be able to gather this much speed in this little space, the TAS makes use of a technique called pause buffering. This is simple. Super Mario 64 polls for input once per frame. A button can only be pressed if it was released previously. If it's always pressed, it's simply being held. Since A needs to be released in between each jump at 30 frames per second, the fastest you can jump in a BLJ is 15 times per second. However, if you pause the game, you can release A and press it again when you unpause, which gives time to register the new A press without advancing the game logic. Effectively, Mario jumps 30 times per second at the cost of 3 frames for every pause. This is only ever used when being able to press a button every frame is worth more than the time spent pausing, which almost always is when doing a BLJ in a tight spot just like this one. Now Mario gets stuck here for a while before warping halfway across the map to the Vanish Cap entry. To understand that, we need to start going deeper. When Mario is trying to move somewhere, a series of checks are made for walls, floors, and ceilings.
Oh boy.
If his next intended position would be inside of his ceiling hitbox, it's deemed invalid, so his movement is cancelled. Except under very specific circumstances, Mario can never enter ceiling hitboxes or go out of bounds. In this case, Mario's next intended position is in the ceiling hitbox of the underside of the bridge, so his movement is cancelled. Note that he still has speed, it's only the displacement that's cancelled. But why is it that when he does move, he zooms way past the bridge down into the moat in a single frame? Let's first see how he covers that distance horizontally, and for that, we're going to talk about quarter steps. Mario's movement is way more complex than it seems. On any given frame, it's subdivided into 4 equal parts called quarter steps. On every one of these steps, the game attempts to move Mario, then checks for walls, floors, and ceilings. After wall interactions are processed, if Mario's new position is out of bounds or on a ceiling, that movement step is cancelled. In other words, on any given frame, Mario will only move up to the last valid quarter step position. Here, while his next intended position is in the ceiling, his actual speed is 4 times that. So when he does break out, he moves for all 4 quarter steps and ends up way beyond the ceiling that was trapping him. Quarter steps are absolutely crucial in Super Mario 64 TASing, and they will come up many, many times. So now, how is Mario able to travel downwards into the moat? Using a technique unlocked by BLJs, a negative jump. When Mario jumps, the vertical speed he inherits is indirectly proportional to his horizontal speed. The formula goes like this. His initial vertical speed is a quarter of his current horizontal speed, plus a constant 42 for a single jump and 52 for a double jump. In other words, higher speed, higher jump. But this holds true in reverse. Lower speed, lower jump. Negative speed, even lower jump. With about 200 negative speeds, Mario's initial jump speed is negative. With negative 6,000 horizontal speed, he gets about negative 1,500 vertical speed. And this is why he's able to jump down and end up in the Vanish Cap under the moat entrance in a single frame. Normally, as he enters water, he's supposed to appear on the surface and enter a swimming state, but interacting with the loading zone has a higher priority than with water. Therefore, the loading zone takes precedence and Mario enters Vanish Cap under the moat. So why go here first? Well, the BLJ negative jump to enter the stage allow Mario to skip emptying the moat from the castle basement, which is a pretty significant time save. But not emptying the moat comes with a downside that we're going to discover soon. For now, we're finally ready to keep going.
This is gonna be a banger video series when he gets it this done. 8 parts, he said. Holy damn. Glitchy ball kicker. So good.
Most of the time throughout this run, you'll see a ghost comparison like this one. This is the previously published TAS of 2012, so you can see just how far TASing has come in the past 14 years.
Wow, that much faster?
Here, Mario does a dive recover that gains no height. This seemingly innocuous interaction stems from mechanics with incredibly far-reaching consequences. In Super Mario 64, the hitbox detection for floors and ceilings takes Mario's horizontal position and truncates it to a 16-bit whole number. Effectively, what this means is for the purpose of floor and ceiling hitboxes, instead of existing in a basically continuous space, Mario exists on a set of discrete points on the unit grid. In other words, if the point in this corner is part of a floor hitbox, the entire unit square is part of the floor. If it's not, then none of the unit square is a floor. So in practice, while wall hitboxes are smoothly defined, floors and ceilings are sort of jagged. This little quirk has reality bending ramifications, but for now we'll focus on just one, exposed ceiling units. A ceiling hitbox is particular in the sense that it extends upwards infinitely until it's stopped by a floor hitbox above it. Usually this is good because it means Mario can't clip into a lot of level geometry because the space inside will either be taken up by a ceiling or out of bounds. Whenever the geometry of floors and ceilings isn't perfect though, this can backfire a bit. Slightly misaligned floors and ceilings can lead to points where there's a ceiling hitbox but the floor hitbox just barely misses. Because of integer truncation, this means each of these red unit squares is an unbounded ceiling hitbox, also known as an invisible wall. When Mario hits a ceiling hitbox in the air like that, his horizontal movement is cancelled and any positive vertical speed he had is also zeroed out. He does keep his horizontal speed though. This is how he does a dive recover that goes nowhere. He rolls out into an exposed ceiling hitbox, which cancels his horizontal movement and his vertical momentum, so he lands immediately. These are some highly questionable wall kicks. What's going on exactly? They are first frame glitchy wall kicks. For Mario to wall kick, he first needs to bonk. Here are all the conditions for Mario to bonk. He needs to be in the air, moving at a speed of more than 16, and he needs to move either downwards into a ceiling hitbox, towards out of bounds, or into a wall hitbox that's within 45 degrees of his facing angle. When all those conditions are met, Mario is set to bonk. Now there are two types of bonk. If Mario hits a ceiling or out of bounds, he's stunned and knocked back. If he hits a wall though, it's a wall bonk. That gives him a 5-frame window to press A and do a wall kick. But if A is pressed on the first frame after Mario hits the wall, he will wall kick before bonking, which allows him to keep his speed and perfectly reflect it off the wall. This is called a first frame wall kick, or firsty. But these are glitchy wall kicks, and that's a bit more complex. The second one, in fact, is the kind of wall kick that science papers are written about. For the sake of our sanity, we're gonna come back to them later. For now, just know that Mario hits two walls at once, and his wall kick is incorrectly reflected off the wrong wall. Finally, when Mario presses the switch, a text box normally appears to tell him what the cap does, which stops Mario in his tracks whenever he's on the ground. Fortunately, there's a 6-frame delay before it can appear. Here, Mario uses that window to jump and dive directly into the star. The star dance has priority over the text, so the text box is skipped entirely. The 2012 task had to jump over this wall, but this new task is so fast that it completes the entire star during the initial vanish cap timer with a full second to spare. That means Mario can phase through the wall unimpeded.
Wow.
Runs over, bye! Okay, so what's up with that? Well, although it saves so much time to skip emptying the moat, one of the downsides is that once you come out of the Vanish Cap course, Mario is stuck in water, which is a really bad place to be. He can't re-enter the stage to pause exit and return to the castle lobby. Getting out of there would require him to swim all the way across, which is just terrible. So instead, the fastest way back is actually to save and quit and re-enter the file. This does have two benefits though. It skips the text box you normally get after collecting your first star, and it skips the Bowser message when you enter the castle from a fresh file. And that's it for now. Like I said, there's a lot of front-loaded information at the start, but it will ease up as we get further into the run. Next time, we're going to Cool Cool Mountain to get 7 more stars. If it hasn't come out yet, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss it. If it has, a playlist is linked in the video description. Thanks for watching.
Dude, that's gonna be a great video series. He said 8 parts. I assume he is doing it in 8 parts. Can't wait for all 28 parts. What's his last video, by the way? Before this. Oh, the insanity of Celeste speedrun is explained. He made that a while ago too. It showed those parts that he did. Oh my god, I forgot. There's some bangers in his channel, man. Bismuth does really good videos. You should check it out. Hey, SPAvan. So it's gonna be bye everyone, and bye SPAvan, because I'm gonna be done for now. Don't really know what I wanna stream anymore. I just beat Sunshine Randomizer in 52 minutes, and I'm more than happy with that. And I wanna just chill, maybe eat, and I'll work on some YouTube stuff. So for now, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Sunday. On Sunday, we'll play Super Mario Sunset, a brand new Mario Sunshine ROM hack. Well, yeah, it's let's say it's more of like a reskin of Sunshine, but it's I think it's more than that, and it's gonna be fun. I know it's gonna be fun. So until Sunday, everyone, have a good weekend. Then I won't see you tomorrow or Saturday. Bye bye, everyone.